Some breaking NFL news. The much rumored, much discussed Julio Jones trade is going down as the Atlanta Falcons have agreed to a deal to ship Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. Now, this is not yet officially official. There's a physical to go through as well, but we do have the trade details for you guys per Ian Rappaport. The Titans, of course, they're getting Julio Jones, the centerpiece of this deal, along with a 2023 sixth-round selection. The Falcons, meanwhile, are getting back a 2022 second-round pick and a 2023 fourth rounder. Now, previously there had been some discussion, was it going to be a fifth-round pick or some combination of late-round draft swaps? It ends up being the latter, with the Falcons getting two pretty intriguing draft assets for Julio Jones, who in reality, the market never materialized in the way the Falcons wanted. They leaked the first-round offer. Clearly, as you can tell based on what they got in exchange for Julio, that was never really there. So who do you guys think won this trade? The biggest one, at least for now. I guess we'll see what happens with elsewhere in the NFL offseason. But who do you think won? Get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. I better see hundreds, if not thousands of them in here. Type F for the Falcons or type in T for the Titans. Let me know who you guys think won this deal. Let's get into the Titans side of it. Since, they're the one getting the superstar receiver back in the trade, they now get to pair Julio Jones with A.J. Brown, forming one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL at wide receiver. In terms of duos, a healthy Julio Jones with the way A.J. Brown has played in recent years is certainly up there with one of the best duos in the NFL. Now, I do want to keep an eye out for this, namely the potentiality of Julio Jones searching for a new contract. There had been some reports and or speculation that, hey, maybe Julio wants to go get a new deal and he's looking to get paid again because after this upcoming season where he's due about $15 million, the guaranteed money is very small. So at some point, I have a feeling Julio and his agents will be looking for a new contract. Of course, they're hoping first and foremost that Julio stays healthy this season. The market was not nearly as strong as you might have otherwise suspected for a player of Julio Jones' caliber, due in large part to injuries. He missed 9 games this past season. Still, in those 9 games, 51 grabs, 771 yards, along with 3 touchdowns. That's an average of about 86 yards per game. Had he played an entire season, his statistical production would have looked very similar to what we saw in 2019. Nearly 100 catches, almost 1,400 yards. His average not quite as good, but still 6 touchdowns as well. So for Tennessee, an organization right now that is all in on trying to get a championship with a expensive running back in Derrick Henry, a highly paid quarterback in Ryan Tannehill as well. The cost of going after Julio, a second-round pick and a future fourth in exchange for a sixth, is at least somewhat appealing. And now, in terms of their wide receiver room, well, things start to make sense for Tennessee. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, you can call them 1A, 1B if you want. They're both awesome. Josh Reynolds now slots in at a much more, I don't know if comfortable was the right word there, but better fitting role for him as wide receiver 3 with some depth pieces there as well. This move by Tennessee is to go all in and win once again a very winnable AFC South. Houston is rebuilding. Jacksonville's not there yet with Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence. The Colts are banking on Carson Wentz. I think Tennessee, I would argue fairly comfortably actually, is the favorite in this division, or at least that they should be. This is a good Tennessee Titans football team. I love being aggressive. As long as Julio Jones stays healthy, it's certainly a good move for Tennessee. Second round pick and a swap at day 3 selections. There might be some question marks from other NFL teams going, wait, how is that all the Falcons got back in exchange for Julio Jones? So on Tennessee here, make your predictions for me. How many games, remember 17-game season this year, do you believe the Tennessee Titans will end up winning? Get your votes in for me in the comments section. How many games will Tennessee win in 2021?